Welcome to LT YouTube channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification. Today I'll be doing story time about my life. So 14 years ago, I was born on September the 30th, 2004 on a cold day. So a year later, I was 1 year old, and it was Christmas Eve, and my mom was cooking, and I was ready to eat. Well, I was crying because I was ready to eat, and didn't nobody want to feed me because they was busy cooking on Christmas Eve. So that night, Mama was cooking a cake, and the stove was open. So I had said I want to I'm hungry, so I'm about to go get some food. So I stuck my whole hand in the stove and got burnt. So I went to the hospital that night, and I spent the whole Christmas day in the hospital. I still got the mark. You see? You see that mark right there? I still got the mark. So they had took me to the hospital. My mom had told me 2 years later that I had 30-degree burn. I had to wear a sock on my hand. Man, I was bad. 1 year old and bad? Yeah. A few years later, I would think I was about 4 years old. I wanted a haircut, and did nobody want to give me a haircut. So I went to. My mom was at work. My dad was at work. Then nobody didn't want to give me a haircut. My dad had told me he was gonna give me a haircut when he get out of work, but I was ready to get one right then. So I had took my asked my grandmama to give me some scissors if I cut my hair, and she asked me why you need scissors for, and I said that I was cutting some paper, so I went in the back room, right, and I started cutting my hair. But the thing about it, I had not one, not twice, but three bald spots in my head. And look at it, I don't still have the three bald spots. My dad had told me to grow my hair out. So I had grown my hair out, right, and I had got a whipping that day because I couldn't get no haircut. I had a messed up head. So a few years later, I was 6. Then the movie Hancock, where I think it's Will Smith. He was a superhero. He could fly. He had super strength. One day I thought I was him, and I thought I could fly. And I got on top of the tallest dresser in my mama's house, and jumped off of it and missed the whole bed. I had blood everywhere. I had a teeth missing. All these teeth right here was gone. All of it was gone. So my grandma had called my mama she was working. My grandma had called my mama, and my mama had gave out work. She took me to the hospital because I was bleeding a whole bunch. And my mama had said, why you jumped out the dresser for? And I was crying because I was hurting bad. And I said, I thought I was Hancock. And he said, boy, I told you to start watching that movie. So, man, I had some bad days when I was little. So I think it was about 3 years later. I think 3 years later, I was 9 years old. So my mama had gave me an electric scooter. Well, my dad gave me an electric scooter for Christmas, and I was driving it, and then the handle got stuck on there, and I couldn't control it. I could control my thing on the handle thing, and the handle got stuck, and I couldn't do nothing else. I ran to the back of a truck, not an 18-wheeler truck. I think it was a Ram truck, and I had hurt I had hurt my back, my legs. I didn't know to cry or laugh because it was funny and it was painful at the same time. You had them days. You cry and then laugh. I had to go get surgery on my leg. I had to wear crutches for about a pretty. It was a good time. I had crutches. I don't remember how many months I had to wear crutches though. So I was 9 years old when that happened. So right now I'm 14, and is I think I was 10 years old. I had me and my big cousin. We was like, it was Christmas Day, so everything be happening on Christmas Day. I don't know why. In my life, everything happens on Christmas Day. So it was Christmas Day, and my big cousin. I was got done watching The Help. I think I'm in every movie that I watch. So I got done watching Help. You know The Help when the black people could go over there with the white, and it was like a Black History movie. So the lady had made a boo boo pie, and I was walking around the house with some shaving cream in a bowl, and I said, "You want this? You want this?" And my big cousin, I was teasing my big cousin, and he said, "You better get out my face before I put it in your face." So I was still doing it, and I messed around and did it again, and he put that stuff in my face. That's why I can't see now. I wear glasses, my glasses in the shop right now. That stuff had got in my eyes, and now I can't see that good. I'm breaking out. I started breaking out when I was 10. I got eczema. Yep. And then my grandmama had told him to sit his tail down before he get a whooping, and he sat his tail down. That was too funny. So I think it was a month later. So I was riding back when I was little. I used to ride dogs, like big dogs. When I was little, I used to ride them. Yeah. So I was at my auntie house, and she got this big dog. I think his name is Spark Club. No, it's not Spark Club. I think it's Rocky. Rocky, yeah, it was Rocky. And it was a boy dog, and they used to be my best friend. Cause I used to think there used to be a little baby horse, and I used to ride it. I used to do some stuff when I was little. I got chased by a dog when I was little. That was too funny because I almost felt in my granddaddy had a little barn, and he had horses everywhere, so they used to walk around his house boo-booing a whole lot. And my dad told me to stay in the car because you scared of dogs. And I said, I can get out the car. And he said, okay, don't get out the car when that dog see you, go chase you. And I said, no it ain't. So I got out the car. I should have stayed in my tail of the car like my dad told me. He said that dog, I had got out the car, and it was a dog. It had started chasing me, and I was running. I was trying to dodge the poop that was on the floor and dodge the dog, and I ran dead to my dad. I almost felt in one, but my dad had caught me before I felt in the poop. I was gonna be mad that day. I swear I was. So that day, I think I was 11 years old. Yeah, I was 11 years old. I had it was my first. I was a late starter. It was my first time riding a bike when I was 11 years old. First time riding a bike without training wheels when I was like 11 years old. I think that was about 13, 12, 11. That was about 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I learned how to ride a bike. Actually, my friend had taught me to ride a bike, and he was younger than me. We like 2 years younger, something like that. We like 2 years younger. So one day I'm up in there. Well, he had two bikes, and I had a bike, but my wheels had caved off. my training wheels had caved off. So he had told me for to start paddling with my feet, just keep on paddling. Well, he didn't say paddle. He just said walk with your feet on the bike, and then when you feel comfortable, put your legs on the paddle and start pushing and keep your balance. So the first time we had started in the grass, and I had put my feet on the pedal, and I flipped the bike and I landed on my back. That was the worst feeling ever. I told her I didn't know what to cry or laugh. It's the moments though that make you like that. So, yep, I had felt on the bike, and I had went to the house. I said I ain't never riding the bike no more. And then my dad had told me, my mama had told me, not my dad, my mama had told me to get back up and do it again. My dad used to always say, never give up. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So I kept it in my head when I'm growing up, and I'm not fear of nothing now. So I was about 13 years old. That's last year, and we had I was riding my I had a dog, right, and his name is Polly. Her name is Polly, and we was on the back of the truck, and my stepdad he had hit the bump, and the dog had flew up in the air, and it was a little puppy, so I had to go catch the dog. So my stepdad had slowed down, and I had to jump off the truck while the truck was moving, and I sprained my ankle. I've been hurting myself a whole bunch. So I was bad when I was growing up. I haven't had none since I was 14 yet, but I think some coming up. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, hit the post notification, hit the subscribe button, and I'm out of here. Peace.